Tonight, that child's father is charged with her murder and sexual assault.
This was the agony of a man sentenced wrongly due to false forensic evidence. In April of 22-year-old James Saltmarsh endured not only the unimaginable loss of his infant daughter, but the horrific nightmare of being blamed for her death based on flawed medical conclusions. On April 20th, James fell asleep while holding his 8-month-old daughter, Janiyah, as they watched a movie. When he woke, she wasn't breathing. Despite emergency services' best efforts, Janiyah passed away that evening. What followed would shatter James's world completely. Initial medical reports, later proven catastrophically wrong, claimed Janiyah had suffered a skull fracture and signs of abuse. The medical system that should have sought truth instead delivered devastating falsehoods. Armed with this flawed evidence, investigators arrested James and charged him with murder. Public condemnation was swift and merciless. For 2 months, he sat behind bars, branded a monster because of rushed conclusions and misinterpreted medical findings. When independent forensic experts finally reviewed the case, they discovered shocking errors. The skull fracture initially reported was non-existent. What was described as evidence of assault was simply a small fissure caused by constipation, a common condition in infants. The truth was devastating in its simplicity. Janiyah had died from accidental suffocation when James inadvertently fell asleep while holding her, a tragic accident that happens to exhausted parents with heartbreaking frequency. James was finally released, all charges dropped. But the system had already inflicted irreparable harm. His name had been dragged through mud, his grief interrupted by the horror of false accusation, all because of evidence that wasn't even real. The Saltmarsh tragedy exposes the dangerous fallibility of forensic evidence when rushed or incomplete. In cases involving children, emotional reactions can cloud professional judgment, leading to devastating miscarriages of justice. James Saltmarsh's nightmare began with the unimaginable loss of his daughter and was compounded by a system too quick to condemn based on incomplete science. People are asking how many are currently imprisoned based on flawed forensic evidence. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel Law and Crime Stories for updates like this.